Oh, hi there everyone, it's Linda here from Just For Tummies. I don't know if you can hear, but we have one of our neighbours who's letting off some fireworks. I keep hearing bangs, so hopefully that will calm down soon. And I've had a new clock as well, and it's got a really loud tick, so I do apologise, but I'll try and talk over the fireworks and the ticking clock. So yes, welcome to tonight's live. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Linda and I am the founder of Just For Tummies. And tonight's live, it's don't let your dodgy digestion spoil Christmas. So it's all about our supplements, our Just For Tummies supplements, and how they can help reduce your symptoms. So this video, I'll just pop this information up here. This video will stay on the Just For Tummies Facebook page, on the Tummy Talk Facebook community group, on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So we have got quite a lot to get through, and some of what I'm going to be talking about may not apply to you. And if it doesn't, you can always watch this video back on catch up, and you can fast forward it or and get to the bits that are of particular and are interest to you and are relevant to you. We'll also be sending out the video in a newsletter like we do with most of our live videos, whether I'm speaking on my own or if I have a guest. So if you don't receive our newsletters, I will put the link above this video, but you can find the link on, if you go to our homepage, the Just For Tummies homepage, and scroll down to the bottom, you will see where you can sign up to receive our newsletters. If you want to ask any questions during this live, feel free to do so, to post below the live. I will try to get to the questions tonight. If I can't, rest assured, I will get to them sometime over the next day or two. So Christmas can be a problem for many thousands of people who have IBS and other common and stomach gut issues. But not just that, with an average consumption of around, well, over 5,000 calories on Christmas Day alone, it's little wonder that there are more heart attacks over the Christmas period than at any other time of the year. So, I mean, do you feel left out of the Christmas festivities, especially when food and drink are involved? It doesn't need to be that way. I've helped many thousands of people enjoy their Christmas food with a few tips and just by taking some simple and safe supplements. The thing with supplements is, as you can appreciate, there are many thousands of supplements for sale in health food stores and online, and it can be very confusing for the consumer knowing which supplement will help reduce their symptoms, and you can end up wasting a lot of money and sometimes making symptoms worse. The secret is knowing what to take, how much to take, and when to take to reduce symptoms. And I'm going to share some with you now. But before I do, just a little reminder. At Just For Tummies, we are a niche supplement company. There is no other supplement company in the UK quite like us. Our range is quite small. We have 7 individual pots of supplements. We have our tummy tea. You can see some of them over my shoulder here. That is the range there, the pots. We have our tummy tea here. Okay. We have a couple of kits, solution-based kits, including our Perfect Balance kit. And in November and during the early part of December, we also put onto the website our Christmas Survival Kit. Can you see that? Our Christmas Survival Kit, so that you can eat, drink and still be merry. So yes, there's no supplement company quite like us in the UK. And that's because our supplements have been developed by me, a practicing natural health therapist with over 3 decades clinical experience and who specializes in digestive and gut health. So I developed this range after carrying out tens of thousands of consultations and treatments on people who suffer with common stomach and gut disorders. So when it came to what ingredients to put into our supplements, I sorted out the wheat from the chaff. And I suppose to a certain extent, I used my clinic clients to experiment upon. They didn't mind because their symptoms improved, and in many cases, their symptoms completely resolved. So we launched just over 8 years ago, and we continue to help many thousands of people nationwide with our personalized protocols and supplements based on their symptoms. But not just based on their symptoms. Whenever someone contacts Just for Tummies, yes, we want to know what symptoms you have. We like to know how long you've had the symptoms. We like to know what you think maybe triggered the symptoms in the first place. We like to know your antibiotic history, and we like to know if ever you've had any bacterial gut infections like food poisoning, or if you've had any stomach viruses like norovirus. We like to know what medications you're taking, and we like to know your age as well. And then we can put together, based on all that information, we can put together a specific, tailored, personal supplement protocol for you. So in this video, I'm not going to go into detail as to why you may have developed any one of those symptoms I've just mentioned. I've made lots of videos on those subjects. This video is to help you get through Christmas. But these protocols that I'm going to share with you now, they're not just for Christmas. If you have IBS, chronic bloating, constipation, diarrhea, nausea, if you have diverticular disease and you get unpleasant diverticulitis flare-ups, acid reflux, then these supplement protocols can help you throughout the year. But I've specifically made this video all about Christmas. Suffice to say, when it comes to symptoms, I just want to say this actually, that medications like antibiotics, antacids, opioid-based painkillers, gut infections that I've mentioned, hormones, aging, stress, and poor diet can have an impact on stomach and gut health. So we'll be looking at the big day and how you can enjoy your Christmas dinner without getting painful gassy cramps, bloating, and having to dash off to the loo. And constipation too, how to help prevent constipation during the Christmas period, and how to enjoy the Christmas, well, festive parties, social events, and not end up looking 9 months pregnant. Maybe you want a drink of alcohol, but you don't want to cause an IBS flare-up. So I'm going to try and be as comprehensive as I can, and there's quite a bit to go through in this video, but anything you're not sure about, as I said earlier, just post below this video, or you're welcome to drop us a line, an email at feelgood@justfortummies.co.uk, and we'll help you as much as you can. Now, when it comes to Christmas, if you've got a stomach or gut issue, ideally you should be thinking about taking supportive targeted supplements at the beginning of December to really Christmas proof your stomach and gut. Don't wait until the horse has bolted. First and foremost, before taking supplements to help you over the Christmas period, I would recommend that you carry out our 5-day charcoal cleanse, so the supplements that you take following the charcoal cleanse can be best utilized. So our 5-day charcoal cleanse, it's really simple, and if I've written a fact sheet about this charcoal cleanse that you can download free from the Just for Tummies website. But it's fairly simple. You buy a pot of our activated charcoal capsules. There you go. And there's 60 charcoal capsules in a pot, and they are £14. I think they're £14. Just let me double check that. Yes, I think they're £14. Right, for 60 capsules. And what you do, you take 2 of these charcoal capsules half an hour before lunch, 2 half an hour after lunch, and you repeat at dinner, and you do that for 5 days. Okay, so activated charcoal, it adsorbs. This is the opposite to it. Absorb, so ADSORBS, adsorbs. So as the charcoal powder is passing through your digestive system, it acts like a magnet, attracting painful trapped gases and any microscopic bits of rotting food and any pathogens. And then, of course, it's excreted with your stool when you have a bowel movement. So this is one of our most popular supplements, activated charcoal, the 5-day cleanse, to carry out before you take any of the other supplements. Right. So let's just look at some of the conditions and symptoms where supplements can help during the Christmas period. Let's look at IBS, because IBS affects irritable bowel syndrome, affects around, getting on for 10% of the UK population. And these are just the people who have actually had a diagnosis of IBS by either their GP or a gastroenterologist. This doesn't include the thousands and thousands of people who haven't yet been properly diagnosed with IBS. So, of course, if you have IBS, then you're going to struggle over Christmas, and you're certainly going to struggle on Christmas Day with symptoms of uncomfortable gassy bloating, maybe acid reflux, heartburn, and trips to the loo because your bowel has become overactive. So halfway through Christmas dinner, you have to excuse yourself and go to the loo, and that can be embarrassing, can't it? So this is our Perfect Balance Kit that contains 4 of our most effective supplements to help rebalance and support the digestive system. A pot of live bacteria, a pot of digestive enzymes, a pot of garlic, and a pot of omega-3. And it comes with this little brochure, you see. And this brochure contains all the information, all the instructions on how and when to take the supplements. So that comes with the Perfect Balance Kit. And the Perfect Balance Kit for all 4 of those supplements costs £65. If you had to buy all of these supplements separately, which you can buy all of these supplements separately on the website, they would come to £74. So you're saving £9 by buying them in a kit and getting that little instruction booklet. So that is the Perfect Balance Kit. Of course, we also have our Christmas Survival Kit. If you have IBS and maybe you want to have a drink of alcohol at Christmas and you find that alcohol is a trigger for your IBS symptoms, you may want to consider getting our Christmas Survival Kit. And in this kit, you have 3 of our supplements. You have the live bacteria probiotic capsules. You have the digestive enzyme, the natural digestive enzyme tablets. You also have a pot of milk thistle, and you have 6 tummy tea pyramids too. And again, the Christmas Survival Kit does come with a brochure that explains how to take the supplements and when to take the supplements. And the kit is £55. But again, if you had to buy all the supplements separately off the website, you would pay £63. And don't forget that if you've never purchased with us before, or if you have, but you've never used your new customer promo code before, if you put Love Your Tummy into the promo code box on the checkout page, you will get 20% off your order plus free delivery. All orders over £40 are free delivery anyway. So let's have a look at bloating. So bloating, every day I receive emails from people who suffer with chronic painful bloating. So they may wake up first thing in the morning and have a relatively flat tummy, but as soon as they start eating, the gases begin to accumulate, and this causes stretching, expansion of the intestines, and so you get that bloated, pregnant look. So I always recommend, well, not always, but normally, I mean, it depends on other factors. I like to get a bit of history as well, but I normally recommend live bacteria and digestive enzymes. So it depends how long someone's been struggling with bloating, and it depends what kind of caused the bloating as well. So I'd certainly recommend one of our live bacteria probiotic capsules before breakfast and one before bed with a little water, not with a hot drink for obvious reasons. Hot drinks will kill some of the friendly bacteria in the capsules. And I recommend one of our natural digestive enzyme tablets just before lunch and just before dinner. So that's those two of our most popular supplements. And if you read any of our reviews on the website or our Google reviews, you'll see lots of people take these and absolutely love them. I've also put here, keep a pot of our charcoal capsules close by just in case of need, because over Christmas, you know, you probably are going to be challenging your digestive system. You're probably going to be eating more food, richer food, more frequently, drinking alcohol. And so even when you're taking the live bacteria and digestive enzymes, between taking those supplements, you may begin to feel gases, uncomfortable gases building up. So keep a pot of charcoal close by. I mean, everyone should have a pot of activated charcoal in their medicine cabinet just in case of need. And as soon as you can feel those bloated, uncomfortable gases beginning to build up, take a couple of charcoal capsules just with a little bit of water, enough to get the capsules into your stomach. So if you purchase the live bacteria probiotics and the natural digestive enzymes separately, they are £23 each, and there's 60. Get rid of that. There's 60 live bacteria probiotics in each pot and 60 digestive enzyme tablets. Right, so that's bloating. Let's have a look. What's next? Constipation. Right, the scourge of modern civilization, constipation, and rates of constipation are on the increase. Well, not just rates of constipation, IBS, bloating, constipation, diverticular disease, acid reflux. So again, with constipation, in fact, I've missed something out here, but I'll cover it anyway. I'd recommend, again, our two standby supplements, which are the live bacteria probiotic capsules and the natural digestive enzyme tablets. And as I said previously, one live bacteria capsule before breakfast and one before bed with a little water, one digestive enzyme tablet just before lunch and one just before dinner. And to provide extra lubrication, one of our high strength omega-3 fish oil capsules daily. Now, something that I've missed off here, how remiss of me, is of course our fibre tablets. So we get great reviews on our fibre tablets. So I mean, it's important to ensure that you are getting enough fibre in your diet, but that can sometimes be difficult. And if you're struggling, on the days that you are struggling to get enough fibre in your diet, then just take a couple of our fibre tablets twice a day, half an hour before meals. Let me show you what I look like. Just small round tablets like that, and as you can see, they look quite rough because I don't like to have a coating on these fibre tablets. You know, I don't want you pulling them out the other end. I want them to begin breaking up as soon as they get into your gut. So that's the fibre tablets, and yes, you get 60 tablets in the pot, and they're £14 too. There you go, our fibre tablets. I mean, like I say, I know I'm giving you lots of information and some of it may be confusing, but if there's anything you're not sure about, just contact us. Contact Just for Tummies, and you know, we'll take a few details from you, and then we will give you your own tailored supplement protocol. Just a little tip about constipation, chronic bloating. Oh, and IBS. I've put constipation, but I meant to say IBS there. You know, please do investigate colon hydrotherapy treatment too. Find a registered and regulated practitioner, or get a recommendation if you suffer with chronic constipation and painful bloating and typical IBS symptoms, because it can really help reduce your symptoms as part of a protocol. Alongside diet, lifestyle, and targeted supplements. So diarrhea. I mean, obviously, with diarrhea, you need to investigate why you are getting diarrhea. And if someone contacts me and they suffer with diarrhea, then I want to know how long they've had it, how many episodes a day of diarrhea are they getting. And what do they think triggered the diarrhea in the first place? And very often we can track it back to when they had food poisoning, although for many people they'd forgotten about that completely. If you're getting 10 episodes or more of diarrhea a day, then you may have developed something called bile acid malabsorption, or BAM for short. And especially if you've had your gallbladder removed, you may have developed BAM, with lots of episodes of diarrhea that can be completely debilitating, washing out billions of your friendly gut bacteria, leaving you nutrient depleted and leaving you feeling exhausted. So if this is you, please go and see your GP, because there is a test that you can have that will determine if you have got BAM. And if you have, there is a very effective medication that can slow down your bowel movements. But if the diarrhea is intermittent, then I'd recommend the 5-day charcoal cleanse, of course, because the diarrhea may have been caused by a bug or a parasite. So I would recommend a 5-day charcoal cleanse. And as I said, you can download our activated charcoal cleanse fact sheet from the website. I will put a link to all of our free fact sheets above this video. And again, the same protocol with the live bacteria and the digestive enzymes. 1 live bacteria capsule before breakfast, 1 before bed with a little water, and a digestive enzyme tablet just before lunch, and 1 just before dinner, until symptoms subside. Whenever I give out a supplement protocol here at Just for Tummies, I always say to people, look, try this, and come back to us in about 30 days time. Let us have some feedback on how you're feeling and your symptoms, and then we will advise you further. So that's diarrhea. Now then, diverticular disease. So for those of you who have diverticular disease, you know that it's where pockets have developed in the lining of your bowel, usually your large bowel and the left-hand side of your bowel, your descending bowel, and the bit at the bottom, the sigmoid area. You can get diverticular pocketing in any part of the gastrointestinal tract, from your mouth to your anus, but diverticular pocketing are more commonly found in the large bowel on that left-hand side. And diverticular disease, it's quite common in people who are over the age of 60, although we are seeing younger people develop diverticular disease. And really, it should be asymptomatic. And by that, I mean you shouldn't have any symptoms. And very often, diverticular disease is picked up when someone has to have a procedure called a colonoscopy, where they insert a camera into your back passage, maybe because you've developed some other symptoms that your doctor wants to get checked out. But at the same time, the endoscopist or the gastroenterologist, while they're in there with the camera, they say, oh, you've got some diverticular pocketing as well. And prior to that, you've got no idea. But in some individuals who have diverticular disease, they can get very unpleasant diverticulitis attacks. And this is where the pockets, the diverticular pockets, can become infected. And symptoms are diarrhea, pain, of course, pain in that lower left-hand side, just above the left hip bone, crampy pain, loose stools, maybe some blood in stools, a high temperature, and maybe just not feeling well at all. So you contact your doctor, and your doctor normally prescribes antibiotics, but antibiotics just calm down the infection. Antibiotics aren't going to repair those diverticular pockets. You've got those for life. So it's very important to properly manage diverticular disease with what I call good bowel hygiene. So this is what I recommend for people who suffer with diverticular disease and where they're getting continuous diverticulitis flare-ups. So first of all, again, charcoal. The charcoal capsules to help clear out the diverticular pockets. Okay, followed by, and that's the 5-day charcoal cleanse that I've mentioned before, followed by the supplements in a perfect balance kit. Those 4 supplements that I mentioned earlier. Oops, that's the brochure that's just fallen down. And the one that comes with this instruction booklet. Okay. And again, people who have these diverticulitis flare-ups, I like them to contact me when they've completed the 5-day charcoal cleanse and they've almost come to the end of the 30-day perfect balance kit protocol. I like them to contact me with an update on how they're feeling and their symptoms, and then I can advise them further. And we get great results again from people we've helped with diverticulitis. So you can imagine at Christmas, if you have diverticular disease, you know, you must be very nervous, very cautious about eating and enjoying your Christmas food for fear of getting a diverticulitis attack. Okay, so the next one is acid reflux. Acid reflux. So again, acid reflux is on the increase, and we're getting more and more inquiries from people who are suffering with heartburn and acid reflux. So with acid reflux, a lot has to do with what you're eating. If you're eating a lot of highly processed food that have got no nutrient value and are very acidic forming, but of course, aging can cause acid reflux, because as we age, certain things begin to slow down, including the digestive system. This doesn't apply to everyone, but it can apply to some people. The aging process can affect the digestive system with less, what's the right phrase, with a reduction in the production of stomach acid. Now, we need stomach acid to help properly digest our food, especially proteins, and to help prevent any pathogens from getting into our gut, into our body. So I'm thinking, nasty bugs and parasites. If you've got low levels of stomach acid, then pathogens can get into the gut and cause bloating, cramps, and IBS type symptoms. But very often, if you're getting acid reflux and heartburn, you'll go off to your GP, and initially they may just put you on a short course of a proton pump inhibitor, a PPI, like lansoprazole or omeprazole. But if the symptoms don't clear up, then they may do a test for Helicobacter pylori, a common bug that can infect the stomach and cause acid reflux. And they may even schedule you for what's called a gastroscopy, where they put a camera down your throat, down your esophagus, into your stomach, and they see what's going off there. But many times we give this simple supplement protocol for acid reflux that again includes the live bacteria, the digestive enzymes, and the omega-3. So regarding the live bacteria and digestive enzymes, the same protocol as before. We like to keep things simple here. A live bacteria capsule before breakfast and one before bed with a little water, and a digestive enzyme tablet just before lunch and just before dinner, and an omega-3 capsule daily with food too. Omega-3 fish oils are excellent natural anti-inflammatories. So if you've got gastritis and that's causing acid reflux, consider taking a daily omega-3 capsule, especially if you're not eating at least 2-3 portions of oily fatty fish a week. Okay. And also consider taking some marshmallow root tea and slippery elm powder to help coat your stomach and to prevent that burning. What else do I want to tell you about acid reflux? Well, eat slowly. Eat your food until it's like a paste before swallowing, and don't drink water with meals. Don't dilute your own digestive enzymes. Okay. I'm sure there's something else. I'm sure I could talk a lot about acid reflux, but I just can't recall it. Anyway, if you go, again, we have got a free fact sheet all about acid reflux. So, you're welcome to download that, and you find lots of advice in there. Yes, one thing I wanted to say about acid reflux, actually, I knew there was something. Symptoms like a sore throat, a persistent cough, a post-nasal drip, the feeling that you've got something stuck here in your esophagus, or the feeling that your food is not going down, it gets stuck there. These are symptoms of silent reflux. So this is where the acid is not necessarily regurgitating out of your stomach, up your esophagus, like with acid reflux. I mean, it can be very painful, can't it? Acid reflux. You might think that you're having a heart attack. It's that painful. Silent reflux is a little bit different. It's not that the acid is regurgitating and coming up your esophagus. Acid vapors may be coming up and affecting your throat and your esophagus. But one thing with silent reflux is if the acid has damaged your esophagus and damaged the nerves in your esophagus, so the tissues in your esophagus are like a dead zone. I know I'm going off at a bit of a tangent here, but I think it's important to know this. You may not feel the acid burn because the tissues in that area are dead, basically, been replaced by scar tissue. But you're getting symptoms of a nasal drip, a sore throat, a persistent cough, feeling that something's stuck in your esophagus. These are all symptoms of silent reflux. Right, anyway, let's carry on. Urinary tract infections. So, you know, when your diet changes, especially over Christmas, and if you're drinking more alcohol, it's very acidic, it can trigger a urinary tract infection. So if that happens, or even before that happens, actually, you know, let's just think about not taking supplements when the horse has bolted. Let's go back a bit and start taking supplements at the beginning of September, you know, before the big food and drink fest starts. So for women, probiotic capsules and garlic tablets. Okay, so I recommend one of our, for women, probiotics, again, before breakfast, and one before bed. These are £25 for 60 capsules, and one of our high strength aged garlic tablets with lunch and with dinner. And when I say aged, that means that the garlic has been aged for 2 years before it's been made into a supplement to make it more powerful. And these are odor controlled, by the way. If you do get urinary tract infections, I'd also recommend taking one of our omega-3 fish oil capsules daily for their anti-inflammatory properties, and take a vitamin E supplement as well. If you're getting any persistent infection, it's really important to underpin your general immune system, to strengthen your immune system, to help prevent any infection and to help prevent any infection from becoming chronic. So alcohol, yeah, most of us like a tipple at Christmas, and I'm no different. But do think about your liver, and consider taking one of our milk thistle tablets. If you've been drinking, take one before you start drinking of an evening, or if it's the afternoon, you know, Christmas dinner, take one before bed and take one with your breakfast the following morning. Okay, so these can help support your liver, and they can also help to prevent hangovers. Right. So a few more simple tips then, you know, so that you can enjoy your food over Christmas. Eat smaller meals. Chew your food until it's like a paste before you swallow it. So chew it at least 20, even 30 times. Don't drink water with your meals, because these can dilute your own digestive secretions and make it more challenging for your digestive system to break down the food. But it's important to stay hydrated, so drink plenty of water in between your meals. Include fibre-rich foods, but limit your fatty and spicy foods, as these can cause IBS flare-ups and bloating and cramps and diarrhoea. Manage your stress levels over Christmas. I'm going to be going live again next Monday at 7 o'clock with Nicole Grant. And Nicole is a life coach and emotional freedom technique practitioner, or EFT for short. And we'll be discussing stress over Christmas and how to minimize stress, and also looking at how we can help children over Christmas, because children get very excited over Christmas. There's a lot happening, isn't there? And they can get stressed too. An emotional freedom technique, and that's tapping, for any of you that don't know, is a very simple and effective way to help manage stress and to help give your child some tools to manage their stress levels too. So that's next Monday at 7 o'clock. If you've been invited out for Christmas, let people know, let your host know any dietary restrictions that you may have. Don't feel bullied or coerced into eating anything that you don't want, and don't let anyone pile your plate high. Don't be afraid to refuse. Ensure that you get some regular exercise in during Christmas to help aid digestion and burn those extra calories off. Take short walks after meals. And on the subject of general immunity throughout the winter, also consider taking a daily multivitamin mineral and vitamin D, as well as the herbal preparation echinacea. I begin taking echinacea towards the end of September, and I take it every day until the following March, and I've been doing this for over 30 years now to help me get through the winter period. Regarding the vitamin D, before I went live tonight, I noticed that Dr. John Campbell had put up another YouTube video where he is interviewing, he might be a professor, anyway, he's definitely a doctor of endocrinology, and who is an expert on vitamin D3 and the importance of taking vitamin D3 throughout the winter. So that would be a good video to check out. And as I mentioned earlier, you're welcome to contact us for free advice here at Just for Tummies. Just email us, feelgood@justfortummies.co.uk, and please do also connect with us on social media. Facebook Just for Tummies, Instagram Just for Tummies, and YouTube, and of course join our Facebook community, Tummy Talk. So I think that's all I want to say for this evening, and I know that thank you very much for listening. I hope this has helped you, and I just want to conclude by saying that I know I've given you lots of different kind of protocols for different symptoms, but look, it's so important that you are taking the correct supplements at the correct time for your particular symptoms, to get the best out of the supplements and to get a reduction in symptoms, and nowhere more so than over the Christmas period. So that's all for me this evening. Thank you for watching, and do go on the website and check out our supplements. Don't forget, if you've never used your Love Your Tummy code before, or if you're a new customer, use that code to get 20% off and free delivery. And yes, we're here to help you not just get through the Christmas period, but if you do suffer with IBS, chronic bloating, constipation, diarrhea, diverticulitis, acid reflux, or nausea. Yes, I forgot to mention nausea actually. I've been getting a lot of inquiries from people who are suffering with nausea, more than I've ever received before actually. And with nausea, I recommend the charcoal, of course, and some live bacteria probiotics. Right, so that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and hopefully you can join me next Monday at 7 o'clock when we'll be talking about emotional freedom technique and how that can reduce stress up to and over the Christmas period. So thank you, and good night.